weather on NBC 10 Boston, Boston's most accurate forecast.
All right, we do want to take you down south where Florida is bracing for Tropical Storm Debbie. This system is expected to make landfall on Monday. Floridians have been getting sandbags ready to help protect their homes and property from flooding. Debbie is the fourth named storm of the North Atlantic hurricane season. Sydney, could this tropical storm impact our forecast this week? I know it's pretty active behind you.
Oh, yeah. And this is from something completely different than Debbie. But yes, it likely is going to. By the end of the week, we'll start to notice those impacts. And next weekend, we're going to be keeping an eye on the potential for heavy rain from that system as it swings up the coast. So at this time, though, there were some thunderstorms this afternoon, some very, very heavy rain coming down from Manchester to Hampton Beach, over 2 inches of rain in spots. And that was within a pretty confined time, around an hour or two it came down. So it did cause some issues as far as flooding and some stronger storms in spots. The rest of us around an inch of rain as that line moved overhead and is still moving, with some pockets of heavy rain hanging out just south of Boston. So the heaviest area of rain from Brockton to Situate that we're seeing some red and orange colors on the radar still. You could see some strikes of lightning with this as it does move overhead, but there is also still some lighter stuff moving back into the greater Boston area and eventually will be making its way over Somerville, Boston, and right along the coast. So going through the rest of the evening, we do still have some rain chances until around 10 o'clock tonight. Then we're going to dry things out. We're going to lose the cloud cover for tomorrow morning. Get out and enjoy the sunshine because clouds will be returning by tomorrow afternoon, along with a few cells, a few thunderstorms popping up. Anything that pops up tomorrow has the chance to get severe because we are going to have a lot of heat in the forecast and a lot of humidity. So especially for southern New Hampshire and areas north of the Mass Pike, keep an eye out for some stronger storms tomorrow afternoon popping up from that heat and humidity. And then Tuesday, midday Tuesday, seeing rain in the forecast, and it's going to be sticking around through much of the day. A few thunderstorms possible, but that's going to favor southern New England over parts of Rhode Island and Connecticut with the heaviest rain. We could see a few pockets of heavier rain from that. So going through the day tomorrow, those temperatures make their way to the low 90s, feeling like the low and middle 90s during the peak afternoon hours. Another hot one, but the last hot one before we start to see temperatures cooling, and the 10-day forecast looking much more cool than we've seen in quite some time. So all eyes on Tropical Storm Debbie, expected to make landfall in the next 24 hours, and that landfall likely is going to be as a Category 1 hurricane. It is currently strengthening in the Gulf, and then it's going to be moving over parts of Georgia, South Carolina, bringing bands of intense rainfall to those spots as it does so. Then we're potentially going to see a second landfall, or it's just going to skim the coast and bring rain really to the entire East Coast. So this is where it starts to impact our forecast as we go towards the end of the week and the weekend, as it's going to be over areas like North Carolina, and it weakens and kind of fans out, bringing that rain as far north as parts of New England, and it could be heavy rain and a few days of rain from this system. So watching it very closely as that track, any little wobbles in that track will make a big difference in this forecast. Parts of the Florida Big Bend area towards South Carolina could see over 8 inches of rain, even a foot of rain in spots. And for us, if this forecast does play out to fan out and bring us a few days of rain, there could be 3 to 4 inches of rain in spots. That is definitely talking flood risk potential as we go towards the end of the week and the weekend. And look at that, temperatures staying in the 70s right along the way. So Tuesday through Friday, those temperatures will be in the 70s. This weekend finally making it back to the 80s, potentially by Sunday. But we do have rain chances along the way until we get into next week, the following week, when we're going to finally see that sunshine return and temperatures stay in the upper 70s. We'll be right back after this.